Hey guys, welcome to the video, and in this video we will discuss Go High Level Do Not Disturb, which is known as DND. So this is very important for you to understand how DND works in high level, because if you want to stay compliant on all channels, like if you want your emails, SMS, voice calls, everything to be working properly all the time, you need to know how DND works, because otherwise there's a chance that they'll block you and you won't be able to send it, because they track your SSN number and stuff, so they know who you are. So if you set up another account, it's going to be the same thing. You're not going to be able to do anything with that. So let's go to the Go High Level article on DND, and there has been a few changes, and let's see. So these are the changes. Contacts that had DND switched on previously, the system will continue to respect their wishes. So what does this mean? If a contact on email, if the contact clicks on the unsubscribe link, if the contact through an SMS replies stop, that's an opt-out keyword. So if the contact does that, according to the DND rules now, for example, if you have it here, the emails are compliant by adding the unsubscribe link, and SMS is compliant by adding this opt-out message, right? So if a contact does that, DND will be on, and how you can check that is by going to contacts, click on the contact. On the left, scroll down, and this is the DND configuration for this contact. So let's say this contact received the email and clicked on the unsubscribe link. DND will be on for this email channel. Same thing for text messages. There are configurations on messenger and voicemails as well. So there are two types of DND now. So one is temporary DND and the other one is permanent DND. So permanent DND basically means that if they opt out, that will be permanent, unless the contact changes it from his end. We can't really do anything. So for example, if the contact clicks on unsubscribe and this one is on, even if we turn that off, that's not going to make any difference, because the system will continue, as it says here, to respect their wishes, right? Contacts that did not have DND switched on previously, the system will continue as before, which basically means that if they did not opt out or turn on DND, they will keep receiving communication. So DND on means nothing will go out. DND off means everything will be working as usual. Partial means some channels are unavailable for outbound messaging. So basically means partial means any of these are on, not all of them are on. That's basically it. So let's see, how does it work in case of emails? So there's a thing called auto enable DND. What that means is ISP email permanent failures, such as bounce, generic, suppress, compliant, like for any reason, for any server side reason, if the emails fails to reach the contact's inbox, that will be auto enable DND. Basically means if the mailbox is not found, or if for some reason, for any kind of failure, the email did not reach the inbox, right? Then auto DND will be enabled for email. That's it. So when a recipient unsubscribes or marked the email as spam, that's also auto enable DND. So if they click on the unsubscribe link, the system takes care of it. So you don't have to create any workflow or anything. The system does its job and then puts them on DND. That's it. Even if you turn DND off, that's not going to make any difference, right? So how to remove email from a DND contact? So so if they unsubscribe, how does it work then? When a user is marked as DND for any bounce or suppression event, what happens is, please head into Mailgun or ISP provider and remove the contact's email from the suppression list and continue to validate the email before enabled. So validation should be on. That's what they're saying. So if that happens, you can turn that off. You can remove that from Mailgun, or you can just if you're using LC email, which most of us are. If you're using LC, then you need to contact support with that particular email, and you have to show proof that this person has opted in or agreed to receive communication through email again. Then they will turn it on. So how does it work in case of SMS? So SMS is a bit more complicated. So if the customer replies any kind of opt-out keywords like stop, unstop, unsubscribe, cancel, anything, if the message contains any of these keywords, what will happen is they'll be on auto DND. So these are some more codes. So these are actually temporary DND, which you can turn off from your side. So if you go to the contact and turn off DND, which means these can be handled that way. So these are actually like errors like unreachable destination, or let's see, which one is it? This one's a message delivery, message blocked. So there could be a lot of network related reasons why a message does not reach the contact's handset. So when that happens, you can handle that from your end. So yeah, that's basically it. And these are temporary. permanent is when this one is actually a permanent one. So message blocked means you won't be able to turn it on, right? When it's a permanent DND on SMS, so how do you do that? Same thing, contact support with opt-in information, or there's a benefit to, I wouldn't say benefit, but it's actually a bit easier to turn off DND from the contact side. So if the contact messages with start or any kind of opt-in information, so let's say cannot be so I'm talking about the permanent one, right? So cannot be updated from within the contact record. It can only be removed if the contact replies with start. So if the contact messages you to your virtual number in the high level account, start, or the agency shares the contact opt-in info with support, basically same thing as email. So if you contact support and say this person has again opted in or agreed to receive communication via SMS, then support will have to approve it, and then they will turn off DND on their side, because we will be using LC phone, right? Basically for Twilio, it has to be handled from Twilio's side. So that's basically it, guys. That's how DND works nowadays. So I would highly recommend in settings, business profile, you have this one on and this one on. If you don't have these on, you must, on any kind of email, any kind of SMS that's going out, have the opt-out message for SMS, have the unsubscribe link for email. So you must have that. Otherwise, there's a chance that you'll get blacklisted, and then there's a chance that you might not be able to send any communication, any outbound communication to your contacts anymore. So make sure you're extra careful about that. I know this is really difficult now, with all these new rules, but this is totally worth it, guys, trust me. So yeah, that's it for this video. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one.